What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel for another market update. I hope everybody's having a glorious day. I hope everybody's had a glorious past few days. I haven't been able to make some updates, but I will let you guys know right now, the daily updates will be coming back starting today. All right, so stay tuned for those. All right, I'm pretty hyped because the webull updates continuously get it right day after day. All right, today's price action, 100% predictable. All right, yesterday's price action, 100% predictable. Every other day for quite some time, 100% predictable. All right. But yeah, let's get right into the TA. All right. So I'm gonna start you guys off with, holy crap, we have a lot of things on here. We're not gonna be watching all of these. I'm just letting you guys know. We could keep DXY, we keep more, we keep we'll take off US oil, not important anymore. SPX will keep you just because it's SPY. We'll take you off. We'll take UVXY off. We'll take, holy crap, there's so many stuff. All right, so much stuff, I should say. So I'm going to start you guys off with what we said in yesterday's webull update, which was that, hey guys, even though like everyone is mega bearish, all right, for Mr. Powell, everyone's like, okay, Powell's bring down the hammer time. Even I thought this a week ago. Even I thought this half a week ago. But what wasn't making sense is that we are falling going into Powell's speech at 1:30 today. All right, like we were falling yesterday, like as you see, like we were falling. I was expecting us to, when we were right here at this middle range right here on the CCI, I was expecting us to hinge back upward, come up and maybe form a bearish divergence, and then boom, we get the sell off with Powell. We didn't get the sell off with Powell. We got a massive market rally, and again, 100% predictable, guys. I told you guys, I don't really care about social sentiment. I don't care. Like, I guess I do. But at the end of the day, I really do only care about the charts. I don't care about news catalysts because the charts predict the news, all right? Just like I had no idea that Powell was going to be all dovish today. No idea, all right? Which, by the way, there were some hawkish comments as well. So, I mean, even though you're rallying right now, just realize, like, hey, a wet blank is likely right around the corner, all right? We still do have our daily oscillators all the way up here, and we still do have VIX that never took off. So are we going to form another bullish divergence here on VIX's daily time frame, considering this last one got invalidated? It honestly is looking like that. All right, we did come down, we filled our gap, which, holy cow, was that a long time coming. 2111 though, we filled the new gap that we formed today, which again, that was in yesterday's webull update. We just had a lot of factors suggesting that we were going to be rising going into Powell. Okay, and again, that's why I don't care about news. I don't care what they say. I will be prepared either way, because hey guys, I got the charts. That's the only skill set I've been building for. Well, I mean, I guess I've been building the trader skill set, but all in all, like, it's the ability to come on here for 5-10 minutes a day and completely know exactly where we're going the next day, and likely where we are headed for the next swing. All right, and that's really all I care about. I care about catching these swings. All right, now I gotta say, congrats to anybody who played calls. Congrats to anybody who played a strangle. I played a strangle on this. I entered in the Dogtopia bathroom, and it's pretty cool. It ended up working out. Worked out perfectly fine. All right, perfectly fine. And guys, I'm not gonna be like, I'll let you guys know strangles for like CPIs and stuff like that. But this was something I literally did on the spot. I almost caught myself gambling. So this is the second time in 2 days that I almost found myself taking a risky bet, and then I realized, like, then I snapped out of it, and today in the bath I almost just bought straight calls. Now yes, they would have printed absolutely massively if I did buy straight QQQ calls, but all in all, I was playing both sides, because that's the only way to really ensure that you are gaining no matter what on this move. All right, and yeah, holy cow, anybody who played a strangle, congratulations. All right, congratulations, guys. All right, but seriously, in all seriousness, guys, you have a 3.16% day right here. That's insane. I'm not saying you have anything crazy like this 7% day we had on QQQ not too long ago, which was the CPI report. But it's a similar setup. Everyone thought, like, oh, bearish news, and then boom, you got a bullish catalyst. And I told you guys, this is the catalyst, all right? And we don't know which way it's going to go, but the charts were setting up for us to rise into them. All right, so with all that out of the way, all right, I guess that pretty much goes over everything. Let's go over every single TA factor on the board at this current point in time. All right, I am rather excited, guys. I haven't made a video, I think, since Sunday's update. So yeah, let's get into it because we got some exciting stuff. Now, I will also let you guys know I did enter. All right, I told you guys I was pretty much all out of puts in yesterday's update. I told you guys I was pretty much all out of puts. Thank Jesus, guys. The 270s died. I had some 275s. Those died. With, by the way, guys, when I bought back in, I'm not touching the 270s anymore. They are currently going for around 200 bucks. I touched the 275. So I am currently half back in my puts. My desired put position, I'm back half in them. All right. So and by the way, we are rising off of incline volume. That's pretty cool too. But yeah, I'm back in half of my desired put position, and it's because of this. Do you see how close we are to hitting this 200 MA? I told you guys that this was going to be the best possible short entry was going to be here, here, and here. All right, we got the trend line, and you know what, just for fuck's sake, all right, oh, pardon the language, let's just go over to SPX, because you know this is what we're actually trading. All right, we're trading SPY, but SPY is an ETF based off of this. All right, so let's just see how close we are to this trend line, guys. We are a whopping 1% away from hitting that trend line on SPX, and we are a whopping, I think it was like 0.3%. Yeah, 0.3% from hitting SPX, SPYs, whatever you want to trade, whatever you want to chart. I chart both, all right? But yeah, guys, we are so freaking close to the best possible short entry, or the best short entry possible, all right? You got that right there. Boom, rejected, gets shot down. Boom, rejected, shot down. I don't expect this time to be any different. You are continuously just rising off of declining volume here. As you can see, this whole time we've been rising. We are declining when it comes to volume. And now I think I saw something on DXY. Yes, I saw a bullish divergence over here on DXY. Is it a bullish divergence? The low is 105.32. The low over here is 105.34. Yeah, all right. So we do have a bullish divergence going on DXY's daily time frame. All right, now you did have this one, but it got nullified, it got invalidated. But you have a new one forming, which, guys, when DXY goes, as you see, when we go down, the market does that. All right, well, now we have the exact opposite picture here, and I do think this is going to be another factor that ties into this big picture, and we're painting this big bearish, big mother of all short pictures. All right, got DXY. All right, but before we talk about all the extra stuff, let's actually just go over the daily chart, the 4-hour chart, and the 1-hour chart on SPY, QQQ, and Mr. VIX. All right, so on the daily time frame, you do have, I think it's a bullish engulfing candle. Not too sure right there where the open is. I guess we'll check right here. The open on this one is 395.49. The open on the, or the close, 5. All right, so we do not have a bullish engulfing candle. Either way, you have something that embodies the same exact thing. An absolute massive wave of buying pressure here coming in. You have inclining volume. Keep in mind, I'm recording this at 2:43 p.m., which means we are still going to be getting that end of the day volume spike, which means we guarantee do have a rise off of inclining volume, which means we could have some follow through going into tomorrow. But keep in mind, guys, SPX's trend line is right here. SPY, SPX. We'll just stick to SPY because that's realistically, that's what we're trading. There's no reason to, I mean, if you guys want to trade SPX, go feel free, all right? But it's 10 times the money is SPY. And I'm going to stick with SPY. All right. All right, so let's go over everything. All right, starting off with SPY, obviously you have the candlestick, you have your inclining, you're rising off of inclining volume, you have your CCI hinged up, you have your stochastic crossing up right there, you have your RSI obviously doing the same thing. You are approaching your 200 MA, very close, within 0.3% of that. You are within 1% of hitting your trend line and that gap fill, that 408.46 gap fill. And also, what do we have right here, guys? We have our Mr. Golden Pocket. Now, let me zoom out again. Let me come over here. All right, let's just actually get rid of that sloppy drawing I just made. We'll go like that. All right, and now what are we rocking with? What are we rocking with? Rocking with this bad boy right here. All right. Where did we stall out the last time? All right, so we're just gonna literally make it look exactly like what we have going on right now, because if you guys want to go back on my videos, go look. This is actually how our chart looked when that was taking place. Let's actually see, did we do the same thing over here? I don't think we did. It doesn't look like we did, but we could have. Holy sweet baby Jesus, we did the same exact thing, guys. Wow, guys, the golden pocket will be something that we always have on our charts. All right, once we get a high to low, when we are in the rebound rally, the counter trend rally, we will guaranteed have this on our charts. And that is why I have it up here, because this is absolutely insane. All right, you have rejected by the S&P 500 trend line up here. And well, I mean, it was forming up there. So I guess either way, we rejected off this golden pocket. And then you came down, you rejected off the 200 MA, rejected again off the golden pocket, the 200 MA, and the trend line. Now we have the same exact scenario here. We have the 200 MA, the trend line, gap fill, and we have a golden pocket. Oh, guys, I'm so hyped. I'm so freaking hyped, guys. So hyped. All right, so I think we covered oscillators. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. Now, deleted Mr. Stochastics. Can't do that. The stochastic is such a nice oscillator, right? I love the CCI and the stochastic. All right, so QQ has the same exact story. You have your stochastic hinging up, crossing up. You have your RSI hinged up with the CCI, leading into a bullish projection for tomorrow. That is what the daily charts are saying. All right, come over to IWM. Now, this is something actually, when we were down here on this candle, I made a video. I believe it was this day. Either way, we were somewhere down here, and I said that I wouldn't be surprised if we came back up on IWM, got rejected by the trend line. We have done it twice since then, all right? Not only did we do it over here, but we got rejected twice by the same exact trend line, which honestly, guys, leads me to believe, hey, maybe they're not going to have the fall through tomorrow, because if they do, IWM is going to break out from this trend line, and whoever the power at play is, all right, whoever it is, has put in a lot of effort here to not let a close above this trend line happen. So, I mean, that's a factor right there. That's a bearish factor suggesting like maybe we don't come up and touch the trend line here on SPY. All right, so just keep that one in mind. But all in all, the oscillators say the same exact picture. You got the inclining volume there, but again, you're right at that downtrend. So if you do break out, just saying, if we break out of IWM, I would expect there to be a little bit more of a rally than I expected. But we'll be getting into the 4-hour chart. I will show you exactly what I am expecting. Because yeah, it's still the same exact thing as yesterday. So if anybody was involved, or yeah, if anybody read the webull update from yesterday, you know exactly what we're about to talk about. All right, so let's go over Mr. VIX. All right, come on over to Mr. VIX. Obviously, I started you guys off with Mr. VIX, but you have your stochastic crossing down, your CCI is hinging down, your RSI is hinging down. But keep in mind, guys, all right, keep in mind, we are forming this bullish divergence here on Mr. VIX, all right? And again, keep this in mind. This really is like, this is the bread and butter of the setup right now. The fact that VIX is like all the way at a cycle low here. And I mean, even if it does go down a little further, it's not going to go down much more. So anybody with like 1 to 2 months on their puts, you're probably going to have this in store, except it's probably going to be something like that, all right? And you're probably going to have something like that in store, all right? So like even though we got some bullish price action going on right now, keep in mind, all right? Powell still said we're going to have the federal funds rate higher than expected. It's going to have to stay at elevated levels. And he started off the speech. You literally started off the speech by touching on the reality of the situation. Now, maybe that's why the market ended up rallying, which was because, like, hey, all right, people are acknowledging, hey, Powell is actually talking about what's going on, all right? He literally started it off with, like, let's talk about the reality of the situation, which is, like, inflation is staying around longer than expected. There were some dovish things said, but all in all, like, the hawkish part of it is the fact that rates are going to be at elevated levels over that 5% federal funds rate for an extended period of time, which means, like, hey, all right, the stock market is going to feel more pain for an extended amount of time. So the stock market is likely to start trying to price that in. We're going to have to see. All right, we're really going to have to see. But yeah, with that being said, without out of the way, let's go into the 4-hour chart. We're not going to touch on Mr. VIX, even though you did actually give us that. I mean, Mr. VIX, guys, technicals really do 100% still apply to Mr. VIX, but he's just been so manipulated, all right? Like, straight up, we've been getting so many buy and sell signals going off of Mr. VIX, and the only time that happens is when fuckery is going on pretty much in the options market revolving around SPX. All right, so there's definitely been some fuckery in the air. All right, so we'll go over SPY and QQQ, and let's get on our way. We can touch on Bitcoin a little while I got you guys here. We are at 14 minutes. Let's cap this out before 20 minutes. All right, so obviously we are rising into that golden pocket. You got your gap fill there, right there. You got the trend line there. And I want you guys to pay attention to this. This is exactly the reason that I sold not all my puts. I kept like 5 puts yesterday, but I sold the vast majority of my puts strictly because, like, hey guys, you had this going on, then I'm going to show you guys something else. This is a little trick, all right? This is a little trick here, eh? Look at that. Look at that. All right, and then you also had that. And then look at that. And then you come over to QQQ, and this is ultimately what made me cut. You had this straight triple bullish. Well, I mean, it was either way. You got a bullish divergence on the hourly time frame when your 4-hour oscillators were all the way down here. If Powell dropped the hammer ain't going too far. I told you guys about this in the webull update yesterday. There's literally no reason, like, if your oscillators down there, you're not gonna fall. You're not gonna have this like $20 to $30 move down. You're gonna have like, hang on, sorry about that. You're gonna have like a $5 to $10 move down, and then you're gonna start seeing that rebound. All right, so it made more sense that we were going to rally off of Powell, and then we're going to the wet blanket, whatever you want to call it, the you know, the stock market rally extinguisher. It's gonna come around in a couple days, guys. I'm not going to put anything on it. I'm not going to say I promise or anything. I can't guarantee anything because, again, I have no crystal ball. All right. But again, I mean, I'm the guy coming here to YouTube, just showing you guys the setup. All right. And honestly, guys, I hope you guys are making a crap ton of money with me. I really do. All right, guys. So I think that is just about it. All right. We looked at the 4-hour chart. We looked at the 1-hour chart. Now, I do expect the 1-hour chart to start giving us a... either we're peaking or we are going to get, it looks like we're probably going to get a bearish divergence forming, though, here on the hourly time frame, just because of how high that thing really shot up just now. And also on the 4-hour time frame, we still have our oscillators like in the mid-range right now. You still have some room to run on SPY and QQQ. All right, so I do personally expect this rally to continue into tomorrow. But I'm also in half my puts, so keep that in mind. Now, I'm only in half my puts because I told you guys that 200 MA was going to be such a sexy short entry that I'm not going to not listen to myself. All right, I don't care. This is a gift from God, that the gift from the market gods that we got going right here. This short entry, okay, the fact that we were able to sell down here for 30 to 50% gains, depending on when you bought in. If you bought in, yeah, you sold over 50% gains on your 270 puts there. All right, they went from 300 to 500. All right, hold sweet bait. Well, 300. I think I had an average of like 330 or something, around there. But either way, guys, sexy gains. And you got to cut them, and then you get to re-enter today when they're even lower than when you entered. Holy sweet baby Jesus, guys, we are popping. All right, popping. All right, guys. So I think that's it. With that being said, I am going to catch you guys later, and that should be tomorrow. I will catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.